Good morning. Our readings are coming from the Christmas Day Mass, from the book of Isaiah. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him who brings glad tidings, announcing peace, bearing good news, announcing salvation, and saying to Zion, Your God is King. Hark, your sentinels raise a cry. Together they shout for joy, for they see directly before their eyes the Lord restoring Zion. Break out together in song, O ruins of Jerusalem, for the Lord comforts his people. He redeems Jerusalem. The Lord has bared his holy arm in the sight of all the nations. All the ends of the earth will behold the salvation of our God. The word of the Lord. Our second reading is from the reading of Paul's letter to the Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, in times past, God spoke in partial and various ways to our ancestors through the prophets. In these last days he has spoken to us through the Son, whom he made heir of all things and through whom he created the universe, who is the refulgence of his glory, the very imprint of his being, and who sustains all things by his mighty word. When he has accomplished purification from sins, he took his seat at the right hand of the Majesty on high, as far superior to the angels as the name he has inherited is more excellent than theirs. For to which of the angels did God ever say, You are my son, this day I have begotten you? Or again, I will be a father to him, and he shall be a son to me. And again, when he leads the firstborn into the world, he says, Let all the angels of God worship him. The word of the Lord. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through him, and without him nothing came to be. What came to be through him was life, and this life was the light of the human race. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. A man named John was sent from God. He came for testimony, to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came to testify to the light. The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came to be through him. But the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, but his own people did not accept him. But to those who did accept him, he gave power to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not by natural generation, nor by human choice, nor by a man's decision, but of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, and we saw his glory, the glory as of the Father's only Son, full of grace and truth. John testified to him and cried out, saying, This was he of whom I said, The one who is coming after me ranks ahead of me, because he existed before me. From his fullness we have all received grace in place of grace, because while the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, the only Son, God, who is at the Father's side, has revealed him. The Gospel of the Lord. Merry Christmas, everyone. I spend this time with extreme fond memories. I remember going to bed one night because I was told if I didn't go to bed, Santa wouldn't come. And in the middle of the night, I heard noise outside my door. I got up and I opened the door. I just peeked out a little bit, and I saw Santa and his helpers putting my toys under the tree. I closed the door and went back to bed, and I was so happy. I busted Santa. Memories are so much a part of our lives. They're with us all the time, and they last forever. I remember going to midnight mass with my family. By the time we came out of St. Anthony's in Troy, there was a blizzard. and we just barely made it to within 2 blocks of our house. My father was able to pull the car over because that's as far as we were going to go. My brother and I led the way with snow up to our waist. We built a little path. Behind it was my mom and my grandmother, her mother. Behind them was my uncle, and behind them my father, bringing up the rear. We made it to the house. We were freezing. I remember my dad, right after Thanksgiving, decorating. He decorated everything. He had lights the whole length of the house going around to the sides. He had lights all around every window. He had lights around shrubs and bushes and trees. And I felt if I stood still, they would be on me too. But memories are all part of it. I remember my parents cooking like crazy. I remember them always waiting for the big feast. That night there would be at least 20 people, maybe more, of the 7 fish. It was all part of the evening. We were all there, all Italian, and all yelling and screaming. It's just what we did. Memories are so much a part of everything I have, and I treasure them dearly. I remember many things. But you know, this time that we celebrate is somewhat sad for people because of COVID. Not everybody can get together. Not everybody can be together. Not everyone can party together. But you know, this Christmas celebration, not even the Holy Family had their people around them. They were stuck giving birth to Jesus in a barn, a stable, with horses and pigs and cows and chickens and rats. The great cousins of the 1,000,000+ rats in New York City. It is what it was. But they celebrated this Jesus anyway. To each one here, never forget the memories. We all have them. Memories of our families, memories of wanting to get to bed so Santa can bring us our gifts. Memories that keep us young, and memories that bring us joy. It was the memories that Mary treasured in her heart, that she brought to Jesus, her son, all the time and told him everything that happened. I'm sure of that, more than once. My mother called me every year on my birthday to tell me how she gave birth. To all, a blessed and Merry Christmas. And this time that we're celebrating, we're going to remember this too, and be able to tell others what they may not even know we went through. But this Christmas is ours. This Christmas is our memory. And that memory we should treasure with all the family that were with us. Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless.